we may have just found the next Ronaldo. Came across this guy a few years back. Don't get me wrong, this is not new. I'm not just bringing this guy to you for the first time ever. I've never heard of him before. I knew about him because of Football Manager. But recently, early in this year, I was doing a rebuild with a team that never actually made it onto the channel. I stumbled across this guy, I signed him, and I am telling you, he became the best player in the game. He starts at Benfica. I signed him for 3.2 million, so he's super cheap, but you have to pick him up quickly because in other saves, he's moved very fast. And he's just a beast. He turns out to be a beast. So what we're going to do here is we're going to simulate a few seasons and see if I can replicate the overall rating I managed to get him in that rebuild. I got him to 98. 98, guys. This guy becomes the best player on the game, and that's why he's the new Ronaldo. Of course, this Benfica team is stacked, and for the simulation to actually use him, I'm going to have to sell every single striker. That's right, Darwin, you're going to have to go. I'm literally going to have to get rid of every single striker that is rated above of him for him to actually play football in this team. Not all play two up top with him and Darwin. Let's see what he looks like after his first season. First season done here for Ramos, and although it wasn't a good season for Benfica, nearly got sacked. Ramos had a very good year's growth. He's gone from 72 to 77. All I did was make sure that he played pretty much every single game this season with +5 here in season number 1. His stats are pretty decent as well. 45 appearances, 19 goals, 5 assists. Not a bad return for a young striker in his first season and leading the line. I'm expecting now a huge boost in those stats though as the seasons go on and as he gets better. At the end of season 2, he slowed down a little bit, but not that much. He's still gone up 3. Let's just see how he got on this season. 46 appearances, so a worse return this time round, which isn't exactly ideal. But at the end of the day, he's got up 3 again, and he looks set to keep this growth going throughout the seasons. Now, I will point out at this stage, we were on old gen when I got him up to 98, 97, I think it was, around that. Could be a little bit different on current gen. Not sure, but there's still plenty of time to grow. After 2 seasons, he's gone up 8 ratings. That's pretty decent. Here we go then, end of another season, and he's gone up by 2. So it's not bad, but he's definitely not grown at the same pace as he did in the rebuild. Now, it was a Forest rebuild, and he just seemed to grow a lot quicker. Same formation as well. Again, this could have been patched. I really got a lot out of him, but we're going to go a couple more seasons and just see how far we can take him. I want to get him to about 25, 26 and see what average rating he ends up at, because I think he was 26 when I had him at 97 rated. I don't think he'll meet that now, unfortunately, but still has improved a lot for a player that starts off at 72 rated. Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I did realize that he didn't actually play that much last year, so we've kind of screwed up 1 season's worth of progression here for Ramos. Obviously, if you're using him, you're not going to make that same mistake that I did. Unfortunately, Vinicius Jr. played more games last season, but he's gone now. Ramos, having another full season in the team, has gone up by 5. Yes, 5. With 1 more season to go, I definitely think we will break the 90s. And I genuinely think if we'd have had last season as 5 as well, which it probably would have been, then he probably would have hit the 94, 95 kind of Ronaldo number I was expecting. 46 appearances, 20 goals and 8 assists in the sim. The boy's shining. The boy is shining. Now let's go and sim 1 more season and just see if we can get him into 90 at least. But this just shows you the man starts at the age of 20, 72 rated, and already 4 seasons in, he's 87 rated. Here we are then, guys, the end of season number 5, which is as far as I think we'll go. Gonzalo Ramos has hit 90. Now, I genuinely do believe, guys, if it weren't for that 1 season where Vinicius, who was lower rated than him, for some strange reason, played all of the matches instead of Ramos, so we lost basically a season's progression, we probably would be looking at, even if it was 93, 94, we would be looking at that. And I think if we keep going on through the seasons, he will just keep growing. Ridiculous player to try out this year on the game. And as I say, super cheap in season number 1 that you could pick him up for about 3 to 6 million is absolutely insane. If you do end up using this guy, let me know. Or if you've used him in the past, let me know how much he improved for you and the best you got out of him. We had some bids at up to 150 odd million for him, so I'm not sure if I was actually playing this, if I'd be able to keep hold of him, considering how much his value is at the moment. He's been a beast for us. Now let's quickly look at this Benfica team, because this has practically been a rebuild. You can see there I'm about to get sacked purely because I didn't win the Champions League, but I've been about to get sacked every single season. But this is the team that we have at the moment. It's a pretty beastly team here I've built at Benfica. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. If you want to see another one of these episodes, I was thinking maybe we'd do a Messi one next time out and see if we can find the next Messi in FIFA 2022. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do for more content from myself. And if you enjoyed it, smash that like button. I'll see you in the next one, guys.